Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about how I got married. So as you guys know, I was dating my husband since high school. We went to boarding school together and we were dating since then. After we finished boarding school, he went to study in USA and I was studying in Thailand. So we had a long distance relationship at that time. And Thailand and USA was like 12 hours different. So it was pretty hard back then, but I keep traveling from Thailand to US. Also, whenever he gets time, he have a break or something, he'll travel to Thailand. So actually the hardest part of our relationship was in working stage, I think. It was during COVID time. The COVID time, I feel like it's hard for everyone. So he came back and he was doing his business in India and I also was working in Thailand. And after I'm done with work, I'm so exhausted, I'm so tired. I don't want to talk to anyone, I just want to lie down on my bed. And my schedule when I was working was pretty tight. Also, it was COVID time, so we couldn't meet each other at all because no one can fly in Thailand and also I cannot fly to India. So flight was not there, nothing was there. But we managed to meet each other in Dubai. Like he would be traveling from India to Dubai and I also go from Thailand to Dubai. So yeah, we meet each other in that way. So after the lockdown was a bit lesser, I traveled to India. So it was not the first time I traveled to India. I think it's the second time as a vacation. So I traveled to India. I was in Delhi at that time. And I also get to fly from Delhi to Guwahati. So that was the first time I visited Guwahati before I moved here. Yeah. And then I went back to Thailand and we all were like having work and stuff. So actually he was telling me that he would propose to me in 2022 and I was like, okay, let's get married because it's been long, it's been like 10 years, 11 years since we started dating and yeah, I feel like okay, it's time to get married also. He also needs to work so he couldn't travel to meet me as much. So yeah, and then I was waiting in 2022. I thought okay, it'll be 2022 for sure. But then it happened that I don't know, he wants to surprise me actually. So he was actually lying that it's gonna be in 2022, but it actually happened in 2021, which was very surprising for me because I had no idea at all like he was gonna propose on that day. And then after the proposal, it comes the hard part. The hardest part, it needs so much of communication, so much of documents, work, so much of like talking, going here, there, so many things at once. I hope it's useful for some people because when I was trying to find all this information online, it was not as clear and you don't know what documents you need. I had to find out by myself and I went through the process by myself. I found out everything and I'm gonna tell you guys at one video what all you guys need and what all process it takes to be legally here. Yes, let's get started. So first thing you have to choose is you're gonna get married under Indian laws or Thai law. So the difference between these two is the marriage certificate. In my case, I choose the Thai law, so I won't be knowing the Indian law process. So I'm sorry for people who want to choose the Indian law. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you about the Thai law one. So after I decided I'm going with the Thai one, the next thing I do was booking the appointment. So I want to get married in India, but under Thai law, so I actually have to get the appointment with Thai embassy in New Delhi to sign for the marriage certificate. So here's the information I came to know later, that the embassy you choose is not according to you actually, it's according to which part of the country they are looking after. So actually Delhi embassy was looking after the northern part of India. So yeah, we actually have to get married over there in Thai embassy in New Delhi only. So I called them, I got an appointment. Then afterwards they're gonna send you an email of what all documents you need. So here's the document you need to prepare. So the first document you need, and it's the hardest one, is a single status certificate. For Thai people, you can just go to the district office where your house registration is at that, like in which district you need to go to that district. Ask them to get a single certificate for you. They will provide you in Thai version. You also can ask for English version. And the important thing is that you need to go with 2 witnesses. So in my case, it was my mom and dad. They went with me and they just have to tell them, prove it to them that I've never been married before. And the officer will run the background check, everything, and then they'll give the certificate. All this happens in one day. But keep in mind that your single certificate, the Thai one, actually only valid for 3 months. Now comes the hard one, the Indian one. Even if you're an Indian citizen, you also need to get a single certificate. So in that case, my husband also went and applied for it. And the officer said it'll take around 2 months. 2 months to get a single certificate. So that was the hard part because my single certificate only valid for 3 months. And his will come out around 2 months. So we're not sure also that it'll come out in 2 months or not. No one can guarantee that. So the reason why it's taking 2 months because it has to go through many offices. It has to get stamped by this person. They have to run the background check and everything. So probably that takes time. Second one is my Thai national ID, my husband Aadhaar card. Third one is our passports. Fourth one is our house registration. I, as a Thai citizen, we have house registration. But Indian citizens, I'm not sure you have it or not, but in my husband's case, he doesn't have it, so there's no need for his house registration. The fifth one is the divorce certificate. If you have ever been divorced before, it's also given by the district office in your area only. The sixth one is the certificate of name change. For whoever had changed their name before, name, surname or anything, you have to get the paper, the certificate out from a district office that you have changed this name to this name. Yes, you need that. And the last one is an application form. So what you need to do is that you need to prepare all these documents and also fill up the form, scan it and send it to the embassy. And then after that, they will book your appointment. So in that case, I suggest you to do it as fast as possible. All the documents you get, do it as fast as possible and then book the appointment because the appointment actually takes quite long. For me, that time it was like around 1 month queue for signing a marriage certificate. It takes around 1 month queue. So I suggest you to do it as fast as possible. And I also recommend you to check with the embassy first for the documents it's actually needed because as the time change, they might require more documents. So after that, I took all the documents I need and I went to the Department of Consular in Bangkok to get all the documents attested. So they'll have a small paper stuck on the documents you want to get attested and then they'll stamp over it. And that is actually legal in other countries. But also, I suggest one thing is that the Department of Consular, you can't walk in and get your documents attested. You have to book the queue online before. And the queue actually takes around for me it took around 2 weeks to get the queue. So the process became longer because I need to waste that 2 weeks to get the document attested. So I booked the queue and then after that I went to get the document attested. But when I went there, they have 2 options for you. First option is the emergency one. The emergency one, you can get your documents back in just half a day, but you need to be able to book the queue online in the morning time. So that you go in the morning, you wait there, and you can get your documents back by afternoon. The fees of the emergency one is 400 baht, which is double the price of the normal one. The normal one normally takes around 4 to 5 working days, but for me it took around 2 days because I guess there's not much people at that time. And then try to do it fast also. So the fees for the normal one is 200 baht per document. But also you can check with the embassy which documents you need to be attested. But in my case, I took everything because I feel like it might come in handy one day. After you are done preparing all the documents, now you gotta wait for your appointment day. So I have a situation back then. So I applied for the marriage certificate signing in Thai embassy in New Delhi, right? On 10 February, I got the appointment. One day, I went to the Facebook of Thai embassy in New Delhi and I saw an announcement post which just got posted that some officer who works in the embassy, they got COVID. So the embassy will be closed and they didn't mention when are they gonna open it again. They didn't mention anything except for the emergency number, which you can call when you have emergency. So in my case, they didn't get back to me, nothing. So I was blank And what I tried was I tried calling the emergency number. Oh my god, trust me, they're never gonna pick up your call. For the appointments before that I booked it and I got it on 10th of February. That one I called for like 100 times. Okay. The emergency number that they gave also I called and no one picks it up. And then I don't know what to do. I went to the Facebook post again and then I was seeing the comments of people who has like the same problem as me. Like how do they contact? So they might have some solution like under the comment. But I found nothing. So I don't know what to do. So I came up with a solution of calling other embassy. Other Thai embassy in India which they can actually sign it for you. First I contact Mumbai one and they said they can't do it because Delhi are supposed to take the responsible for this. So I don't know what to do and then I kept calling other ones. So at last I called Chennai and they were like they're not sure that they can do it or not. So they'll ask, like they'll see the rules and stuff first and then they'll get back to me. Those days I was praying that they can do it for me because if the whole process has to go all over again, single certificate, get it attested, everything again, it'll be so hard for me. So the thing was, I waited and they got back to me. They were like, okay, they can do it. I was like, oh my god, my prayers worked.
It was during COVID time and because the Delhi embassy was closed, due to which the Chennai consulate accepted our request.
And then I got an appointment. I got it on 9th February and then we were just waiting. After that, I traveled to Delhi. I had to get like quarantine for like 7 days. After that, my boyfriend at that time came to meet me and we were like roaming around in Delhi and stuff like that. And after that, we flew to Chennai. So we flew to Chennai and we got the hotel which is quite close to the Royal Consulate, which is like right opposite of the road. So it was easy for us and next morning, 9th February, I got ready. And Delhi embassy called me. They were like, you have an appointment tomorrow. Here's the documents you need. Are you ready? I was like, you guys don't get back to me. I also don't know what to do now. I got an appointment here. I was telling them the whole like story so they understood, so it's fine. And then after that, I went to get the sign at the Royal Consulate in Chennai. I went there, I did COVID test, everything. I got it signed, everything went so smooth and like the people who worked there were so nice. Yeah, and finally, we are officially husband and wife. After dating for so many years, I felt so happy. Now it comes to the visa part. So actually after you got married, you also need to get a visa to stay with your husband in India because I'm not giving up my passport, I'm gonna hold my Thai passport. So what I need to do is that I need to book an appointment with district office and go there, change my surname. That's the first thing you have to do. You have to change your surname to your husband's surname. And then I added my middle name. So my old surname is actually my middle name right now and I have my husband's surname. Nowadays in the district office, you will get the Thai version of the documents, but you also can ask for English version that it actually makes our life easier. You don't need to get it translated by the verified people. And after that, I went to do my ID card because the whole thing has to change. So after I was done with my ID card, I actually have to do the house registration again because my house registration is actually my old surname. So they fixed that, everything is done, I got the documents. So after I got all the documents, I had to book the appointment again with the Department of Consular Affairs in Bangkok to get that document attested again because the whole documents of yours actually changed now. So yes, that was from my side. Comes to the husband side. My husband actually has to put my name in his passport as a spouse name. Thai people might be confused about this because in Thai passport, we don't have a spouse name, we don't have address written. So it was just the first page, the information of ourselves, it was just that. But actually in Indian passport, you have the back page which writes your address, your spouse name, everything about you. So he actually has to get a new passport that has me as a spouse name in it. So the second document my husband needs to get is the residence proof. he need to get it notarized by the government, everything, because this needs to be the support document for my spouse visa. And then after that, you can apply for the spouse visa. I'll tell you the document that you need for the visa. First document is your passport. You need to get 2 copies and the original passport, which is still valid. You need to take it with you. Second document is your husband's passport. Copy of the front page and the back page, which has you as a spouse name written on it. Third one is the visa photo as usual. The 2 into 2 inches white background for India visa, you need that. Fourth one is the invitation letter from my husband. He needs to write that he is gonna support me financially because as according to the rules, I can't be employed for 2 years. So he needs to write that, he needs to mention the address, the passport number, his name, everything in it. Fifth one is my introduction letter. So I need to introduce myself, like my name, my surname, also my passport number, why am I going to India, the length of stay, where am I staying, until when am I staying. I need to mention all of that, and also mention that I'm not gonna apply for any job or I'm not gonna be employed. The sixth one is exit permit from the FRRO. It happened to me before that I couldn't leave on time, it was 1 day late. So I had the exit permit before. So that also, if you have, you need to give it to them. Seventh one is a copy of our marriage certificate. Eighth one is the residence proof of my husband. Remember to get it notarized. It's better safe than sorry. The ninth one is the form. It's a normal form that you apply for your visa, student visa, tourist visa, whatever it is. You go to the Indian visa online.gov.in and then you apply, fill up the form, apply for visa there, upload the documents they need, and also print out the form. Take it with you on the day you're actually going to apply for the visa. So in my case, I went to VFS India. So it was located in Sukhumvit Road. So I went there and I applied for it. Everything went smooth. They told me I'll get it in around 3 to 5 working days. But I actually got it in 2 days. It was so amazingly fast. So actually the entry visa or spouse visa actually have 2 types. First one is 6 months and another one is 1 year. For me, in my case, I applied for 1 year because I don't have to keep applying it again and again. So yes, I applied for 1 year. I don't actually remember the fees, but it was around 4,000 baht, something like that. And they have some rules for you. If you actually stay in India longer than 180 days with entry visa, you have to go to the FRRO of your place. For me, it's in Guwahati. I live in Guwahati right now, so I need to go to FRRO in Guwahati and report that I was staying longer than 180 days. But in my case, I actually travel to Thailand every 2 months, so it was actually like 60 days. I never actually go there and report it, so I don't know the process of this part. I'm sorry. And also for continuing the visa that you got, which I got for 1 year, you can actually continue it over here around 4 to 5 times. So it's actually 4 to 5 years. And then after that, you need to go back to your country, continue it again. For continuing the entry visa, I suggest you to apply it in Thailand. Because as my experience, that time my visa was gonna get over in a month. So I actually applied for it and I was trying to reach them. They had many questions and then like they take so long to get back to me. So by the time I have like 1 week left, I called them up and then they were literally so rude. I was asking them like how long will it take? They were like 1 month. And then I was like, is there anything that it can be done faster? Do you need any documents? They just cut the call. So I didn't know what to do, so I flew back to Thailand and then I got my visa done. It was taking only 2 days. So then I was done with my visa in Thailand. Everything went smooth, they were nice. The documents you need was actually the same documents that you applied for the first time. So after 2 years of continuing the entry visa, you can actually get OCI. OCI is Overseas Citizens of India. So I can basically apply that next year. Yeah, because I've been continuing my second time already. So I can apply for that, but right now I don't know the process of that yet. I didn't reach that part yet. So I'll get back to you guys once I have experience about it. And I hope this video will be helpful to you somehow, or you can just take it as listening to my story time. So yes, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!